Hello. Just confirm if my voice is fine. Is my audio proper? Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. Today we are going to discuss about exercise 1.4 from exponents and radicals. So let's start with question number 1. Which expression is equivalent to x square y x power 4 times y raised to the power of negative 3, where x, y, z are positive numbers. So we have few options. We have to check this value is equal to which of the option. So just apply the product rule for this like terms x and y. So what do you get? X raised to the power of 2 plus 4. I just applied product rule. X raised to the power of m plus n, that equals to x raised to the power of m into x raised to the power of n, if or else vice versa, x raised to the power of m x raised to the power of n, that equal to x raised to the power of m plus n. Same. So on using product rule, I just got x raised to the power of 2 plus 4, and y, same product rule I'm going to apply for y. There is no power here, so just consider 1. Y plus in bracket minus 3. So it's going to be x raised to the power of 6, y raised to the power of 1 minus negative 3, which is negative 2. So that is option B. Let's go for the next question. Which of the following is equivalent to root x by 64? So we have few options. We have to pick which one among them is equal to the given question. So here first, what we can do, there is no root in the option, so let's get rid of the root. How can we do that? So let's first split it. There is no something on the RHS, so that if there is something like that, we do squaring on both sides to get rid of the square root, but there is no something like that, so just split it. And we know that root 64 is 8. Root 64 value is 8, and there is no square root, so we have to get rid of square root of square root for x. So what we can do, we can also write x raised to the power of 1 by 2 divided by root 64 is 8. So that's going to be option C. Okay. um, Now, which expression is equivalent to this, where x not equals to 0? We just have to solve this value, and we after getting reduced, we have to pick one among them. So x raised to the power of 5 by 6 divided by cube the root of x. So how can we reduce this? You see here, there is no square root term, only some power term is there, and there is only x. So what we can do is here, uh, x raised to the power of 5 by 6 divided by x raised to the power of 1 by 3. I just turn this root to the exponent. Now here we can apply quotient rule. What is quotient rule? X raised to the power of m by x raised to the power of n, where bases are same, xx, then x raised to the power of m minus n. So I'm going to apply this. So x raised to the power of 5 by 6 minus 1 by 3. So this is equals to x raised to the power of 15 minus 6, which is 9. 15 minus, or else you can just directly do times 2 here. So it's going to be 5 minus 6, 5 minus 2, which is 3 by 6. 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. So just do that part, that solving part. So you get 3 by 6, that is 3 ones, 3 twos, that equals to x raised to the power of 1 by 2. So what I did here, 5 by 6 minus 1 by 3. So to make this denominator same, I just multiplied it by times 2 for the second fraction. So this is going to be 5 by 6 minus 2 by 6, that is 5 minus 2 by 6, which is 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2. Or else you even still you can do cross multiplication, whichever you're comfortable with, do with that. So which is option A. Okay. Just a second. I can see when I'm writing something on the right side, my writing is coming here. Yeah. Okay. I don't do that. Hope you people can able to text in the chat, right? Just say if everything is fine, just say yes. I'm just taking what I wrote on the right side, I'm just moving it to the left side. So then you can able to see this is what I wrote. Just in the chat, just tell me if everything is fine. Just type yes. Okay, thank you. I'm moving to the next one. Which expression is equivalent to b raised to the power of 9 by 7, where for this? So if you solve all these things, you are going to get b raised to the power of 9 by 7, but which one is that? So here, so we have to check for all 4 options, so which is matching with this b raised to the power of 9 by 7. We have to solve all the options, that is the only one thing which is left. So here what happens, if you remove the root, there is no root for this. So what we do is b raised to the power of 105 whole raised to the power of 1 by 15. So that will be b raised to the power of 105 by 15. So if we directly cross out with 15, 15 ones and 15 5 75, and then 15 sevens, which is 105. So we are getting b raised to the power of 7 by 1, which is not an option, it's not matching with the given thing. So let's move for the next one. B raised to the power of 135 whole raised to the power of, here root 15, I'm going to write it as exponent, so 1 by 15. So that's going to be b raised to the power of 135 by 15, that equals to 15 ones and 15 nines. So this is also not an option, b raised to the power of 9 by 1. So here you need to have a guess. If you just cross out, however this 15 go off, so that calculation you do directly and you need not choose option A and B. If you go for option C, there is a chance that option C and D matches, because it has the exponent 105. So you see 105 and 135. Let's see, 135 whole raised to the power of 1 by 105. So that equals to, okay, I can see that Saidur Rahman said option D. Let's see. So that's going to be b raised to the power of 135 by 105. That equals to, so 15 nines is 135, 15 sevens is 105. So b raised to the power of 9 by 7. So this is also not an option. If all three are not an option, option D is right. So if we do it for the D, it's going to be b raised to the power of 105 whole raised to the power of 1 by 135, that equals to b raised to the power of 105 by 135, that's 15 sevenths. Oh, we need 9 by 7, not 7 by 9. So it's option C. I just went mistake, I didn't saw that, I thought it was 7 by 9. So option C, we got it, option C is right. So if you do this, we are getting 7 by 9. B equals to 7 raised, b raised to the power of 7 by 9. So option D is not correct. I just thought the exponent is 7 by 9 and assume that option C is wrong. Done, it's option C is right actually. Let's go for question 5. So here they given an expression represents product of this where B, C and D are positive. So if we add up, what do we get? I mean, sorry, if we multiply these two terms, what do we get? Here we have only one term, but here we have two terms. So first take this term and we multiply with this. So how do we multiply? Multiply the like terms. Like terms, you apply the product rule. So b power 6 and b power 8, that is b power 14. So for in options, everyone has b power 14. So ignore. Now b c raised to the power of negative 2, c raised to the power of negative 3. That is going to be c raised to the power of negative 2, negative 3, c raised to the power of negative 5. Every option has that. So again we have to move ahead. D raised to the power of negative 5. There is no d term in this. So d raised to the power of negative 5 as it is. So we have d raised to the power of negative 5 only in option C and D, and we don't have that in option A and option B. So we ignore them. And now again what we do, we multiply this term with this term. So if you, is there any b term here? No. So we have b raised to the power of 6 only. So that's going to be b raised to the power of 6. Stop calculating because there is no b raised to the power of 6 in option D. So option C is correct. Yes, hope you are getting understanding and my audio is clear. Just confirm, just type confirm if everything is fine. And I can see Tanu said C and it's right. Good. Okay, yeah. Let's go for question number 6. So here, if x not equals to 0 and y not equals to 0, which of the following is equivalent to this? So how can we solve this? Here there is no root term at all, but here in the question there is a root term. So try to eliminate. How can we eliminate that root term? You just have to compare the options. What is the difference? So the root is the difference. So what we do now, on the numerator 8 raised to the power of 8x raised to the power of 2 divided by, I just give this root to everything, like root 4, root x raised to the power of 6, root y power 4. So what happens? 8x square root 4 is 2 and root x raised to the power of 6 is x raised to the power of 6 by 2. I just turn this root as exponent, and y raised to the power of 4 by 2. So this is equals to 8x square by 2. Here x raised to the power of 6 by 2, 2 ones, 2 twos, y raised to the power of 2 by 4 by 2, 2 ones, 2 twos. So x raised to the power of 2 by 1. So no need to write 2 by 1, just it is y power 2, same thing. X square out, 2 ones, 2 fours. So we ended up with 4 by y square. Do we have that option? Oh, just a second. Here it is 2 ones, 2 threes. X raised to the power of 6 by 2, that is 2 ones, 2 threes. So that's going to be 1x is remaining here. So our x cube. So we will be left with 1x. So we cross out this, we left with 1x. So 4 by x y square. So but there is such the kind of thing like denominator part. So how do we write 4? 1 by x and 1 by y square. So how do we write this? 4x raised to the power of negative 1, y raised to the power of negative 2. Hope you learned how to represent the negative value of x. Okay, I can understand that the thing right side what I wrote is not visible. Just a minute. Yep. Maybe it is visible now. So it is option 4 raised to the 4x raised to the power of negative 1, y raised to the power of negative 2. I can see Saidur Rahman said C and it is true. So now if R and S are positive, which of the following expressions is equivalent to this? So here there is exponents, but in the options there is no exponent, but we have to find this thing is equivalent to which one among them. So the difference here is all the options have root, but there is no root for this, so which means we have to turn this into root. And what question they given? R raised to the power of 6 by 7, S raised to the power of 3 by 7. So here uh, we can write like this, we can split like R raised to the power of 6 whole raised to the power of 1 by 7, S raised to the power of 3 whole raised to the power of 1 by 7. So now 1 by 7, 1 by 7 is common. That's what I saw here. And then that's how I generated the idea of just doing like this, so that I can get the root, 7th root. Because if you see here, we are getting 6th root, 7th root. So that's how I just connected things and saw this way. I mean, like the exponent's denominator is 7. So now R power 6, S raised to the power of 3 whole power 1 by 7. So that's going to be 1 by 7 is nothing but 7th root of R power 6, S power 3. So that is 7th root of R power 6, S power 3, which is option D. Question number 8. Yes, yeah. B bth root of A that equals to dth root of C. This is the given equation. What do we need to do? Which equation correctly expresses C, only C, in terms of A, B and D? We need the value of C in terms of D. So we have to remove this and forward to other side. Then we get the value of C. What they are asking, just if we remove this, we get the value of C. That's it. But we just need in terms of A, B, D. So which means definitely we have to send this dth root to LHS. That's how we can able to find the value of C. Now, how can we eliminate this dth root? So what I do, D on both sides, exponent D on both sides, exponent D on both sides. So what do we get if we do that? So this bth root of A that equals to dth root of C whole power D whole power D. So D out. So we ended up with bth root of A whole power D that equals to C, and we don't have any of the root. Again, there is no root in the option, but here we got C value, so we have to remove that. So how can we remove that? So this A raised to the power of 1 by B whole raised to the power of D. I can see Saidur Rahman texted C. Let's see to C, and A raised to the power of D by B equals to C. D by B, which is option D, not C. So D will come on the numerator, B will be in the denominator. Just type clear if everything is clear. Just type clear. Which expression is equivalent to 16 root 16 A raised to the power of 2 by 3 that equals to, we just have to find the value of that, which one among this is equal to the given question. So what we do is root 16, and let's split this, root A raised to the power of 3. We don't have any root in the given option, so we are just trying to remove root. So root 16 value is 4, and root 8 A raised to the power of 3, so A raised to the power of 2 by 3 whole raised to the power of 1 by 2. So this equals to 4 A raised to the power of 2 by 3 and 1 by 2, that turns 3 into 2, which is 6. So 2 ones, 2 threes again. So 4 A raised to the power of 1 by 3, which is option A. So let's go for, yeah, I can see, very good. I can see answers before I solve. Here, which expression is equivalent to this? Root RS root r plus root s, we have to find this is equivalent to which one among them. So what we do, we just multiply this with each, and still we can see roots are there in the options. So let's see what do we get. Rs multiply by r plus root rs multiply by root s. So what do we get? Root r into s plus root r into ss. So we can write like this: root r square and root s plus root r and root s square. So that's going to be square root out r root s plus um, root r and s square root out. So we have this way. So see, do we have this kind of option? R root s, we have r root s and s root r. Yes, r root s plus s root r. Yes, option B, Saidur Rahman, Sixer man. You're just telling everything right. So solution for 11th one. So they given this equation and we have to find value of n where the given expression is equivalent to this. So cube the root of x square whole raised to the power of n, that equals to x power 8. I'm not getting any text from Tanu. Just text if everything is fine. So now, so we have to find the value of n. So I already said you, whenever we are trying to find the value of an exponent, I said you one thing: if bases are equal, equate powers. So we are going to use this rule to find it. So we are try to equate bases. So how can we equate bases? So we have to remove this cubed root. So how can we remove that cubed root? So I'll make it x square whole power 1 by 3 and whole power n is there. That equals to x power 8. Now bases are equal. Just do the simplification part. You end up with 2n by 3. If you multiply 2 into 1 into n, and then denominator is 3 as it is, that equals to x raised to the power of 8. So bases are equal, we equate powers. So 2n by 3, that equals to 8. So n equals to 8 multiply by 3 by 2, 3 ones, 3 fours. Yes, Saidur Rahman, it's true, man. It's 12. Excellent. N equals to 12. So that's what the value of n. Just a second. Saidur Rahman, just try this and let me know what's the value of this. Okay, you're saying C. So let me see whether it is C or not. So 2 raised to the power of negative 2k, 3 raised to the power of k. So that's going to be 2 raised to the power of negative 2k. So first what we do, 1 by 2 raised to the power of 2k and 3 raised to the power of k. So 3 raised to the power of k, 2 power 2, which is 4 power k, that is 3 by 4 whole raised to the power of k. Yes, it is true. It's option C. Now question 13. So which expression is equivalent to a raised to the power of 2 by 9 times a raised to the power of 2 by 3 whole raised to the power of 2 by 3, where a is a positive. So here you see these are in exponents, but the given options are in square root. So we just have to get the square root. So you see here a raised to the power of 2 by 9 as it is, but here 2 are there. So just apply the power rule. What power rule says? A power m whole raised to the power of n, that equals to a raised to the power of mn. So just multiply. So what do you get here? A raised to the power of 4 by 9. But still here a equals, so you apply the product rule, a raised to the power of m, a raised to the power of n, that equals to a raised to the power of m plus n. So that equals to a raised to the power of 2 by 9 plus 4 by 9. That equals to a raised to the power of 6 by 9. A equals to 3 2s, 3 3s, 2 by 3. So do we have anything like that? Yes. So here we have a denominator 3 is there. So cube the root. So that's option A. So this equals to a square whole raised to the power of 1 by 3 we can write. So cube the root of a square. That's matching with option A. Which expression is equivalent to 4 by 9 times 2 by 3a? So here 4 by 9 times 2 by 3 whole raised to the power of a. So that equals to which option? Like maybe A, maybe B, maybe C, maybe D. So what we can do here is we can write this 4 as 2 square and then this as 3 square. Now 2 by 3 whole raised to the power of a, and the other one is 2 by 3 whole raised to the power of 2. So 2 by 3 whole raised to the power of a. So 2 by 3 same, bases are equal, apply the product rule, x power m times x power n equals to x power m plus n. So that equals to 2 raised to the power 2 by 3 raised to the power of 2 plus a. That is option C. Yes, I can see Thanu. She's in. Now they given an expression fourth root of x cube times 12th root of x raised to the power of 5. The given expression is equivalent to this. Fine. So I'm just writing equivalent to the given thing. So that equals to root x power n, where m, n are positive constant, each less than 10, and x value is greater than 1. What is the value of m by n? So we have to find this m and n. So we have to solve this and just make it look like this, and we get the value of mn. So what else we can do to make it look like that? You can see here clearly it is x power 3, x power 5. So we can do it. So we can turn this as x power 3 by 4 and this as x power 5 by 12. This root turns into exponent. This root also turns into exponent. So now on solving, what do we get? Bases are same, add up the powers. So 3 by 4 plus 5 by 12. So 3 by 4 plus 5 by 12. So on multiplying here with 3, we get the same denominator. So that's 9 by 12, that equals to 5 by plus 5 by 12, which is 14 by 12. 14 by 12, if we solve, we are going to get 2 7s, 2 6. 7 by 6 we are getting. So this equals to x raised to the power of 7 by 6. We have to turn it into the format what we need. So that will be, we need to turn into this format, because that equals to mth root of x power n. I'll just write mth root of x power n, mth root of x power n. So here you see now I can turn this into x power 7 whole raised to the power of 1 by 6 mth root of x power n. So 6 by 7 you said, Saidu Rahman? It's not, man. So it's going to be 6th root of x power 7, that equals to mth root of x power 7. So m value is 6, n value is 7. What they are asking, they are not asking m and n value, they are asking m by n value. So you see, m equals to 6, n equals to 7, m by n equals to 6 by 7. Yeah, man, Saidu Rahman, you said right. I just thought you're saying this part. Fine. 6 by 7 is true. Let's go for the other question. So two numbers p and q are each greater than 0. The square of p is equals to cube root of q. Cube root of q. Cube root of q. For what value of x is p raised to the power of 1 minus x equal to the square root of q? So, for what value of x p raised to the power of 1 minus x is equal to square root of q? Square root of q. So, we have to find the value of x. So, here we have to find the value of x. This is the given information because there is no x value. We have to use that and get the value of x, and x is in the exponent. So you need to understand, definitely we are going to use here if bases equal, equate powers. So this is what we are going to use. So if we can able to get the value of q, we can substitute that q here. So p square, that equals to q raised to the power of 1 by 3. So we have to remove this 1 by 3 in the exponent. How can we remove that 1 by 3 in the exponent? So what we do is we generally cubing on both sides. If we do that, we get p square whole cube, that equals to cube the root of q whole cube. So this get off, so we get the value of q. So we got the value of q. We use this q value here, that will be under root p power 6. So that equals to p raised to the power of 1 minus x. So I got p from the given information. Now you see bases are same. I'm going to equate powers, but we have to remove this part before we do that. So that will be p raised to the power of 6 by 2. So that will be p raised to the power of 1 minus x, p raised to the power of 3. So now bases are equal, we equate powers. So that is 1 minus x equals to 3. 1 minus 3 equals to positive x, x equals to negative 2. Yes, Tanu said negative 2, super. So we are done with exercise 4, 1.4. Let's start exercise 5. So same thing, which expression is equivalent to this, and we have to get the value of that in this format where there is no square root in this. So what we do, we just root 100 x raised to the power of 36. Separate the root 100 and root x raised to the power of 36. So root 100, we know that it is 10. Root 100 value is 10. Root 36, root x raised to the power of 36. X power 36 by 2. 2 ones, 2 18s. So 10 x raised to the power of 18. So that is option C. So now coming to question number 2. They given this and they are asking us to find the value of k, and k is in exponent. So we use, if bases are equal, we equate powers. So that's going to be 5 raised to the power of 3 whole power 4k, that equals to 5 raised to the power of 1 by 3 whole raised to the power of 24. So what we do, we try to equate bases, then we try to match up bases. Bases are already same, we equate powers. So let's simplify it first. 12k, so that equals to 3 ones, 3 8s. So that's going to be 5 raised to the power of 8. So now bases are equal, equate powers. 12k is 8. 4 2s, 4 3s. K equals to 2 by 3. It's option B. Yes, Saidur Rahman is back. Let's see option C now. Which of the following is equivalent to this for all y greater than 0? So here the difference is what, for this question and the option there is no square root. So what you do, 3y raised to the power of 1 by 2. So remember, this power is only for y, not for 3. So 3, it's going to be root y, but that option is not there, 3 root y. It's kind of confusing. There is a trap here, clearly root 3y to select, but it is not. But actually this 3 can be written as root 9 value is 3. So in the place of 3 we can write root 9, and the other one is as it is root y, so we can write root 9y, but that is available in option B. That's the answer. So now let's go for question 4. Which expression is equivalent to this 4 raised to the power of m plus 2? So 4 raised to the power of m plus 2, just apply the product rule. What do we get? 4 raised to the power of m, 4 raised to the power of 2. That equals to 4 raised to the power of m, 4 square is 16. So 16 times 4 raised to the power of m, which is option D. Question number 5. Which expression is equivalent to 4th root of x square y raised to the power of 4? So where x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, so we have to find the value of 4th root of x square and y power 4. Here few options doesn't have root, but few have. So let's try to remove the power thing, 4th root. So for that we turn it into exponent individually. It is applied for both things which are under root. So 4 by 4, so 4 out, 2 1s 2 2. So we got x raised to the power of 1 by 2, y raised to the power of 1. So do we have that option? We don't have. Here there is no y term at all. Here for y there is no root, so no. For y and they have root, so we can turn this as root and then y, so that is y root x, which is option B. Question number 6. Yes, I can see Saidur Rahman. Yeah, there is other guy. Bhai Chandra Dhumai. Hello, man. Which expression is equivalent to p raised to the power of 1 by 3 and cube the root of p whole square? So that equals to where p value is greater than 0. Here we see the difference between options and the given question, there is no root. So just try to make it remove the root. How can we remove the root? You see the bases are same. When bases are same, p raised to the power of 1 by 3, p whole power 1 by 3, because I just turned that root into exponent, because in the options there is no root, that's why I did that way. P raised to the power of 1 by 3 and p raised to the power of 2 by 3. I just applied power rule here. So that's going to be x power m and y power n, that equals to x power, sorry, not this. I applied power rule, x power m and n, that equals to x power mn. So just I applied this. The guy who joined newly, I request you to watch the previous videos so that you can catch up what I am teaching now. Later on. As of now, let's just continue with this, try to get something out of this now. Now p raised to the power of 1 by 3, p raised to the power of 2 by 3, we apply product rule, x power m times x power n, that equals to x power m plus n. So that's 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, which is 3 by 3, which is cross out, so it is p, so which is option D. Yeah, let's go for the next. I can see only Saidur Rahman is actually answering the questions from long. Only one Sachin. Come on. Question 7. Which expression is equivalent to x raised to the power of 2a by b for all positive values of x, where a and b are positive integers? So you see the difference between the given question and the options is root. There is no root value in the given question. We just have to find the thing which is equivalent to the given question by placing a root to this. How can we place a root to this? And for everything there is a root b, root b, root b, root b. Okay, Saidu Rahman answered b. Let's see. So that's going to be x power 2a and whole power 1 by b. So that equals to bth root of x raised to the power of 2a. Yes, I can see. Okay, fine, Tanu, that's okay. This equals to bth root of x power 2a, which is option B. Now question number 8. So we have to find the value of t. I said you many times, whenever they ask you something to find which is in the exponent, you need to get only one idea, that is when bases are equal, equate powers. This is what you have to do. So now so how we just have to get the value of this. So you see what we have to do, we have to make bases equal. We have to remove this root. We have to make up only one 9 here so that base will match with the other base, so that you can equate the powers and get the value of t. So now 9 raised to the power of 7 divided by 9 raised to the power of 10 by 4 directly. This root, fourth root will become 10 by 4. That equals to 9 raised to the power of 60. So here you can see clearly it is 9 power 7 and 9 power 10 by 4. This become 2 2s, 2 5s. So it is 9 power 7, 9 power 5 by 2. That equals to 9 power 60. So it is, I apply quotient rule, x power m by x power n. That equals to, okay, Saidu Rahman answered 4, and the guy, oh my god, this guy, Bhaichandra, he answered D. Okay, yeah, fine, sorry, just remove that. Okay, leave above that. Let's see. X power m, x power n, that equals to x raised to the power of m minus n. So now 9 raised to the power of 7 minus 5 by 2, that equals to 9 raised to the power of 60. So now you can see clearly bases are equal, equate the powers. 7 minus 5 by 2 equals to 60. So that equals to 14 minus 5 by 2 equals to 60. That equals to 14 minus 5 equals to 12t. 14 minus 5, which is equals to 9, equals to 12t. That 9 by 12, which is equals to t. 3 3s, 3 4s. Finally, yes, mister, you are right. T equals to 3 by 4. I'm just making it very clear so that steps will be more. Whenever you calculate, you have to do half of the calculation in your brain, and then you just have to, you need to do it till here. You just have to take only this thing into your paper and solve it. You need not do all this thing. To just make you understand from the basic, I'm doing all steps. Whenever you get into the advanced stage, whenever you can able to think directly, you have to think directly till this steps. Like, okay, 7 minus 10 by 4 equals to 10. You need to be able to write 7 minus 10 by 4, that equals to 60. You have to write directly this step and calculate. You need not do all these things. It is just to make you understand. You have to do whichever the thing will, whichever the thing is help you to solve in a quicker way. You have to choose always that. It's all about time game, SAT math. So which expression is equivalent to a raised to the power of 3 by 4, b raised to the power of 1 by 2, where a greater than or equal to 0, b greater than or equal to 0. You see in the given expression, there is no root, but there is roots in this. So just do that thing. That's it. What you'll do, a raised to the power of 3 power 2, and so what root we can do? Like here 4 is there, 2 is there. There is no common root. So let's try to make it. Like I'll write 3 by 2 whole raised to the power of 1 by 2. It is still same. Now why I did like that? So that my exponents will be same for both. So now a raised to the power of 3 by 2, just a second. So we can write square root of a raised to the power of 3 by 2 b power, just there is no b, just b, just casual b. So do we have that option? I don't think we have that option here. Okay, so we just try with the other way. This way is not working. So what I'll do is the same question, a raised to the power of 3 by 4 and b raised to the power of 1 by 2. So just check with it, this is not working. Square root of 3 power 3. So this is not an option. It is not matching with the thing what we have. This must be under root. B must be under root. Square root of this a power 4 is there. No, we have a power 3 by 2. This one, let's try to convert. uh, it's going to be a power 3 by 4 b power 2 by 4, that equals to a power 3 by 4 b power 1 by 2. So this a power 3 by 4 b power 1 by 2, it's matched. So we can do this way. I am always trying to match this thing, the given question, with the thing. Like I'm just checking the what's the difference between the options and the question. And this time it didn't work. And then I tried solving things or matching with the thing what I got. And finally, after solving each option, I got it. Yes, that is the thing. Question 10. Which expression is equivalent to h raised to the power of 5 by 12? Okay, this Bhaichandra Dumai is active. This guy is answering in the first class. Nice. 5 by 12 and h raised to the power of negative 1 by 4 whole raised to the power of 7 by 3. So this equals to, we just have things in root, but that the root value is not given in the question, and there is only one thing which doesn't have a root. Let's try to solve it. And what do we get? Let's see. So h raised to the power of 5 by 12, we can't reduce this, it's 5 in the top. So in h equals h raised to the power of negative 7 by 4 3 is 12. Now we apply the product rule, x power m into x power n equals to x power m plus n. From the long time we are doing same. So this equals to h raised to the power of 5 by 12 plus negative 7 by 12. So that equals to h raised to the power of 5 by 12 minus 7 by 12. That is negative 2 by 12. 2 ones 2 6. So h raised to the power of negative 1 by 6. So negative 1 by 6. What is the meaning of negative 1 by 6? That equal to 1 by h power 6. H power 1 by 6. So that's going to be h power 1 by 6. Just a second. So that is option 1 by 6th root of h. That is the only thing which is matching. 1 by 1 by. Like these two are obviously wrong because they doesn't have any it doesn't have root, and here there is no fraction part. So this is matching. Okay. No. Yeah, just check it. So now question 11. 8th root of 41k and 9th root of 41k whole to the power of 12. For what value of x is the given expression equivalent to this? For what value of x this will be equivalent? I mean the kx value is equivalent to 41k whole raised to the power of 25x. So they are asking us to find the value of x, and they said the expression is equivalent to this. And what is the value of x? The x value is in the exponent. When something is in exponent, we have to apply only one thing. When bases are equal, equate powers. So try to equate the bases same. It's already 41k. So just do some manipulation so that you get the only one part, which is 41k. Let's try to make the bases same. 41k whole raised to the power of 1 by 8 and 41k whole raised to the power of 12 by 9. That equals to 41k whole raised to the power of 25x. So here 41k whole raised to the power of 1 by 8 plus 12 by 9. So just cross multiply that. You are going to get 41k, this equals to 25x. So 41k, you are going to get 9 plus 12 eights, which is equals to 96. 9 plus 96 by 9, 872. So you can just do this way, or else you can also just cross out this and make it simple. 3 3s, 3 4s. So if you do that, if you reduce that, you can do it a bit better version. So that's 1 by 8 plus 4 by 3. Now you can do it very easily. 3 plus 32, 35 by 24 you get 41k, that equals to 3 plus 32 by 24. I just cross multiplied. So 41k, that equals to 35 by 24. What happened? You people are silent. Come on. So we are almost done. We are almost done. We just have 5 more problems and we are done for the day. That equals to 41k whole raised to the power of 25x. The same thing we are continuing. We are trying to find the value of x. That equals to 41k whole raised to the power of 25x. So here this is 35. So now bases are equal, equate powers. 35 by 24, that equals to 25x. So we just have to reduce it. 5 sevens, 5 fives. So 7 by 24 into 5, that equals to x. Do we have any options? No, we don't have any options. We just have to find the value of x. Just on multiplying, we just have to check what do we get. So 24 into 5, 25 is 100, 5 4 is 20, it's 127 by 120 equals to x. So this is the value of x. So here you need to get one idea whenever you're trying to find the value of x, which is in the exponent. When it is in the exponent, the thing which you're finding is in the exponent. Bases equal, equate powers. The beep, you're going to use this beep thing whenever you're trying to find the value of exponent. Just beep. So the expression 4 raised to the power of 18x, 4 raised to the power of 18x, that equals to, yes, Saidur Rahman, 7 by 120, Superman, you said it. 4 raised to the power of 18x, that equals to k raised to the power of 3x, where k is a constant. What is the value of k? So we have to find the value of k. It is not in the exponents. So what we do? So to find the value of x, what is there, to find the value of k, what is there with this? It had 3x. We have to remove that part, then you will get the value of x, the value of k. That is the thing we do. So what we do? We do 3x root on both sides. So that is the thing which directly cross out this thing. So what I do is 4 raised to the power of 18x, that equals to k power 3x. So 3x root, 3x root. So this square, 3x root, 3x in the thing which is in the exponent and the 3x root will cancel off. So we end up with this part. So 4 raised to the power of 18x divided by 3x, that equals to k. I just turn this 3x root as exponent now. So x cancel, 3 1s, 3 6. So 4 raised to the power of 6 equals to k. So what is 4 raised to the power of 6? Which means multiply 4 to itself 6 times. So this is 16, 16, 16. So just use your calculator. You're going to get the value of this 16, 16, 16. So it's going to be 4096. Use your calculator to get this value. So last 4 problems. Which expression is equivalent to 9 1 by n? Okay. This equals to, which expression is equivalent to 9 raised to the power of 1 by n, 4 raised to the power of 1 by 2n, where n is a positive integer. What is the difference between the options and the given question? Most of them have a root. So what we do, we try to do something in such a way that we get the root. That's it. So here what we do is 9 power. So here there is no such a thing here. Like, we try to make up this, what do you say that? 9 power 1 by n. So I'll try to remove this 2. In what way? 2 square I'll write as 4. So that is equal to 1 by 2n. So we can cross out this 2 and 2. So we end up with 1 by 1, 9 raised to the power of 1 by n and 2 raised to the power of 1 by n. Now 9 2 whole raised to the power of n, because they have the common power. Okay, Saidu Rahman said the C1. Yes, fine. It's nth root of 18. Correct, man. Let's go for the next question. Solution. Yes. So what they given here, the expression 10 sixth root of 9 cube and x raised to the power of 48 divided by fourth root of 6 power 4x. So the given expression is equivalent to this. Okay, equivalent to ax raised to the power of b, where a greater than 0, b greater than 0 and x greater than 1. What is the value of ab? Finally we have to find ab value is how much? Ab. So we have to solve this and try to get thing like this, so that we'll get the value of AB. Let's try. That's the idea. Let's try we are going to get it or not. So what we do, 10 sixth root. So 9 power 3 by 6 and x power 48 by 6. I just splitted this sixth root as exponent, and then 6 power 4 by 4. This root become exponent and x power 1 by 4. Hope you're getting. If you're getting, just type getting. Just type getting, not yes. So that's going to be okay. So now what do we get? 4 4 cut, 3 1s 3 2, 6 1 6 8. So let's write that part. 10 9 power 1 by 2 x power 8 divided by 6 x power 1 by 4. Okay, Saidu Rahman just texted that. See, so now that equals to, we can cross out anything. We can cross out just 2 5s 2 3s, and you see this value we can write it as root 9, which is 3. That value I can write it as root 9 is 3. I wrote directly 3, and then I got 5 here, and then x power 8 here, and then 3 and x power 1 by 4. 3 3 out, and here we apply quotient rule. So on applying quotient rule, 5 x raised to the power of 8 minus 1 by 4, that is 12 minus 1 11 by 4. 5 x power 12 minus 1 11 by 4. Finally this is looking like this, ax raised to the power of b. So I'm just writing ax raised to the power of b. So what is a? 5. What is b? 11 by 4. But what we need to find? We need to find the value of ab. We need to find the value of ab, not a or b. So we just multiply these two things, a times b. We are going to get ab equals to 5 times 11 by 4, which is 55 by 4. So just check it. What do we get if we solve that? Just a second, that I did. Okay, I just did a mistake here. This is not 8 4s 32, right? So this is going to be 8 4s 32 minus 1 31 by 4. So this value is 31 by 4. So b value is 31 by 4. So ab equals to 31 5 3s 150 155 by 4. So this will be the value of ab. Yeah. So done. Last two questions. So if I can see Saidu Rahman is saying okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. I'm not getting any reply from Baichandra Dhumai and Tanu. Let's see if m and n are both positive numbers. Uh, 4m is equal to cube root of the square of n. 4m is equal to cube root of square of n. So I just wrote the given thing which is in words. For what value of x is mx equals to n? M raised to the power of x, sorry, that equals to n. When m equals to 2. So we have to find something that which is in exponent. So to get that x value, there is no x value here. So try to get the value of n. If you get the value of n, that will be definitely in terms of m. So that this m and this m here matches. So you can get the bases equal equate powers. You are trying to find the value of something which is in power. So bases equal equate powers. So you have to use beep. So now we have to remove this this thing 4m n raised to the power of 2 by 3. So we just have to remove this part. So in the power we can do, we can just power it up like exponent 3 by 2 on both sides. If we do this, 4m whole raised to the power of 3 by 2, that equals to n raised to the power of 2 by 3, and 3 by 2 just cross out. That's why we did 3 by 2 on both sides. So that we get the value of n. So 4m raised to the power of 3 by 2, 4m raised to the power of 3 by 2, that equals to n. So finally we got the value of n. So that's what we are looking for. So now we are going to use this here. So m power x, that equals to n is 4m raised to the power of 3 by 2. So from here we took this. So now here m is there and here 4 is there, and it's not completely same. Bases are not completely same. And they said m value is 2. M value is 2. This is the given information. Let's substitute that. So that's going to be 2 power x, that equals to 4, and then m value is 2 and whole power 3 by 2. So 2 power x, that equals to 4 2 is 8 whole power 3 by 2. So how can we turn this 8 into 2? So 2 power x, we write this 8 as 2 power 3, which is same as 8. So 2 power 3, which is 2 into 2 into 2, which is equals to 8. So that's why we used 2 power 3. So now 2 power x, that equals to 2 power 9 by 2. Now you see the bases are equal, equate powers, x equals to directly 9 by 2. This is what we are looking for, or x equals to 4.5. So done. Now the last question. Let's finish this and end the session. The given 2 raised to the power of x plus 3 minus 2 raised to the power of x, that equals to k raised to the power of k times 2 power x. What they are asking us to find k. K is just normal one. So to find the value of k, what we have to do? See the options, we have some numbers. To find the value of k, you just have to remove this. If you remove that, the remaining part what we left is the value of k. So what we do here is, first 2 power x and 2 power 3, I applied the product rule, then 2 power x divided by, I'm forwarding this to other sides. In multiplication it's become division, that's equal k. So we can take 2 power x common, 2 power 3 minus 1 divided by 2 power x, cross out this, equals to k. 2 power 3, which is 8 minus 1, which is k equals to 7. So that's option C. So we are done with exercise 1.4, exercise 1.5. We are done with complete chapter exponents and radicals. This is the basic of algebra. We are going to move next chapter, which is expressions. Okay, I'm just going to end the session now. Bye bye. Saidu Rahman. Bye.